Have you ever felt like your prayers are just words that are being thrown into a void? Why is it that spiritual masters like Jesus could make prayers come true? They could perform miracles, they could bend reality, right? How could they do that? Because they knew how to pray, and praying isn't what you think it is. The mass-marketed forms of religion and churches have wanted to maintain their power and get your money, so they have removed how to pray correctly from their teachings because they didn't want the population to usurp their ruling power. And there's a hidden side of how to pray that was removed all the way back to our ancestors so they wouldn't access God's true potential. They didn't want you to know this because you become too powerful. But in 2024, the world is changing and it's never going to be the same. It's begun, right? This rising shift of consciousness. So I'm going to break down the 7 secrets of how to pray correctly. You can use this for money, love, relationships, job, your house, anything that you want. And it is very, very powerful. Number 1 is the power of I am, is understanding your divine core. So the concept of I am, it's not just in the Bible, it's not just a phrase, it's a revelation of identity. In Exodus 3:4, God reveals himself, I am. In Psalm 46:10, be still and know that I am God. Neville Goddard, he's one of my favorite spiritual teachers. Love the guy. He believed that I am is really our truest self. It's the foundation upon which your entire reality is based. When you say I am, you're not just speaking about yourself in the present. You're telling the universe what you want to manifest. So when you enter prayer, you never bring I am not or I don't have into your dialogue with the universe. Neville said, I am is the self-definition of the absolute, the foundation on which everything rests. I am is the first cause substance. I am is the definition of God. There is only one I am. And while I am is infinite, your concept of yourself is displaying only a limited aspect of this infinite I am. It is only by a change of consciousness, by actually changing your concepts of yourself, that you can experience the results of higher concepts in your world. And that's exactly what this prayer technique is going to teach you. How to change your consciousness and your concept of yourself and view yourself as made in the image of God, and that's when prayer really starts to work. Number 2 is manifesting through conscious awareness instead of subconscious programming. In the spiritual realm, as in Ephesians 5:13, it says, all things, when they are admitted, are made manifest by the light. For everything that is made manifest is light. Now, this scripture beautifully aligns with Neville Goddard's views that consciousness and light are synonymous. Our reality is shaped by our consciousness, the internal dialogue and the concepts that you hold about yourself, your bank account, and everything else. So if you envision yourself as limited, lacking, unworthy, it becomes your reality. And then in opposite, when you see yourself blessed, when you see yourself abundant, thriving, that also becomes your reality. The problem is most people are going into their prayer from their subconscious programming. So they're going into it not from a place of abundance. They're going into it saying, I don't have the thing that I want, right? If you go into your prayer saying, I don't have the money, which is what you're saying when you're saying, please give me the money. When you go into your prayer saying, please help me find my soulmate, you are in a concept of lack. Your consciousness hasn't realized that you're made in the image of God, so your prayers can't become true. This is so important and it's so easy to overlook. And that's why Bob Proctor says, your spiritual DNA is perfect. You can comment that down below. My spiritual DNA is perfect. Now, number 3 is the I am prayer. Now, this is a daily practice that's easy to do. Neville Goddard says that in his book, At Your Command, to begin by sitting in a quiet, comfortable space and then repeatedly affirming, I am, I am, I am. So you want to resist the urge to just even attach to any outcomes at the end of this affirmation. Instead, you just want to feel yourself expanding into the endless possibilities of the kingdom of heaven within. You might experience a sensation of growing or transcending your current limitations, or just a whole bunch of zinging, vibrating energy, right? This isn't a mental exercise. It's a spiritual one to get back to your true state of consciousness, I am. Because from that, you're in the seat of the soul, and from that, you're living from the mind of God. So you say, I am, I am, I am. And as you feel that, you start to notice your energy expanding, and that is the doorway through which you can start to use prayer effectively. And we're going to cover, once you open that doorway with just that simple phrase, how to then insert your prayers to get the money, the love, the job, the health, or anything else that you want. Now, one of the important things is to start to retrain your subconscious. And I have a free success hypnosis. It's right there down below. It's Jake's Hypnosis, pinned to the comments in the description. So one problem people face is they're bringing all their crappy belief systems into it. So even if they consciously go, I am, I am, I am, they go back to it. So at the end of this video, not yet, because this is very important, but at the end of the video, get my free Success Hypnosis MP3 right there down below. Number 4 is the essence of prayer. So this is when you go beyond words. In Matthew 6:6, Jesus advises people to pray in secret. He says, but when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. And Neville interprets this as an instruction to withdraw from the sensory world, withdraw from your 5 senses. And then you bring an internal focus. In Mark 11:24, it says, therefore, whatever I say to you, that these things when you pray, believe that you receive them and you will have them. So it's not about the words that you utter. It's a state of consciousness that you achieve while you're praying. Because God doesn't speak English, Spanish, Chinese, Portuguese, or any other language. God speaks consciousness. And that's why it says, to those that have, more is given. To those that don't have, even that which they have is taken away from them. Because the state of consciousness you're in is what's determining it. It's not the words. And that is the most important thing. Once you figure that out, you realize how Jesus could say, mountains move and they shall. Or why Jesus would say, all these good works that I can do, you can do, and even greater. Now, number 5 is the quick 30-second prayer technique. Now that we've covered the basis, this is what you really want to do. And it's a very simple way to do it. You start by just expressing heartfelt gratitude, right? Jesus always thanked God for achieving these miracles. So for instance, you could say, thank you for the abundance. Thank you for the love, the success, the new job. I'm grateful for all these blessings. And you could just talk about specific things. So this sets the stage for your consciousness during the prayer. And then you want to visualize vividly the specific things that you want. So you could use it for a new house, selling your house, your health. You go, thank you, thank you. You enter that. And then you call onto the screen of your mind the mountains that you want to move into your life, staying in a state of gratitude as opposed to asking for it. Because as soon as you ask for it, you negate it, because it already exists in the mind of God. It's just that you have to embody it in working consciousness to bring it to life here. And that's the most important thing, right? You could go into it and do every single thing right, but then instead of thanking God for it and feeling the gratitude of the money, the job, the house, the health, the relationship, then you go back into asking for it and boom, it doesn't come. And that's why it's so important. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now in number 6, let's just look at the science behind this, because this isn't airy-fairy. The observer effect in quantum physics shows that the act of observation can alter the outcome of specific events. And the Bible echoes that in Matthew 13:12. We talked about, for whoever has, more will be given, but for those that don't have, even that which he has will be taken away from him. So this suggests that our perception and our consciousness shape our reality. So by focusing on thoughts and abundance and gratitude, that's how you bring them into your life. And science has proven that this basis for prayer is true because scientists showed that observation and perception even rearranges the subatomic particles of your reality. So step number 7, let's just summarize the art of prayer in the ways that the world doesn't tell us. So to revolutionize your life, you start with this I am consciousness. You let your prayer be an internal transformation, a state of feeling rather than a verbal request. And you give your gratitude that those requests have already been fulfilled. And this aligns your inner world with the mind of God, which then mirrors it into your external world, and it becomes what people call a miracle. But you know it's not a miracle because to God, there is no big or small. There's no a lot of money and a little money. There's no big changes in your health and health miracles and little ones. And God is not linear. That's why Albert Einstein said at the end of his life, he said, all I really want to do is understand the mind of God, which we really can't understand what infinite is, what omnipresent is. But science has shown us that this prayer technique of shifting our consciousness is proven to rearrange the subatomic particles of your life. And I believe that that's how Jesus was able to make the mountains move. He was able to heal people instantly because he went into every prayer, thank you, boom, things happen instantly. And then we flash forward thousands of years later and modern science is now proving. So maybe Jesus was just a master of quantum physics well before his time. Now, what I invite you to do is try, this is a very, I wanted to cover the whole basis, but in reality, this is super quick to use, 30 to 60 seconds. What I want you to do is pick a specific intention, whether it's for more money, a new job, new friends, new dating, romantic relationship, new house, whatever it is, car, pick one specific thing, right? So for me, maybe I'd pick, let's see if I can get a viral YouTube video, right? That's a specific thing. Yours might be a promotion, a new job. Pick one specific thing and do this for 30 to 60 to 90 seconds every single day, in the morning, the middle of the day, at night, whatever time you remember and works for you, and watch what happens in your life. I'm telling you, this is so powerful and so easy to do if you don't dismiss your true nature, which is your spiritual DNA is perfect, you're made in the image of God, and your prayer can be a time where your consciousness aligns with the mind of God so that you can manifest miracles into your life. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I want to thank you for watching. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe and bell notification if you enjoy this video. Smash the like button on this video. Comment down below, I'm ready to receive. When you enter into your prayer with an open mind that's attached to nothing, you suspend your disbelief. It's the same way you wouldn't go to fill up a cup of water and still have a top on it. You have to have an open cup. And so say to yourself, I'm ready to receive God's abundance. And you can comment that down below. I'm ready to receive God's abundance. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you get my free success hypnosis. It's very important to reprogram all the crap that we've inherited from the world. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the comments and in the description right there down below. Click right here to watch my very simple 3 words that you can use to bring more money into your life.